Hi guys, welcome back to yet another dose of Diary of Deafy. If you're new, please do hit the subscribe button so you can support and help your girl grow. And if you're returning subby, please do share, comment, like, and tell your friend and your friend and your friend and your friend to subscribe, baby. Anyways, so I don't know if you can tell, but my voice is a little bit cranky, and yeah, I had flu this past days, and I think I regained my voice yesterday, and I was really excited when I got it because it's like I will be able to shoot my video, for my studies. So excuse me. So I was really happy when I got my voice because we're about to be consistent regardless of like the living condition, the health. Every week we need to post a video for you guys. So please do subscribe. Anyways, so today I basically was reflecting a lot, and I was just thinking about my family and my mom, specifically my mom. I think all I've been thinking about today is how my mom is such a queen, and I just wanted to put it on a video. And I know there are going to be a lot of videos because I have a lot of stories to tell you, so you can see how much of a queen and how much of a good relationship me and my mom have, and how much she's just a human being before she's my parent, right? So there are a lot of videos that will come about. And actually, when I go back home, I really want to have this series where I just sit and talk with her, and so you guys can just see how much God blessed me with that woman, right? But anyways, a reflection is based off of on this is how I got to think about my mom, right? So this past few weeks have been really stressful for me because I am juggling the responsibilities of having to move out of my apartment that I've been living in for like 3 years, figuring out graduation, getting my outfits and like everything about graduation in time. And my brother is coming to my graduation. I'm also trying to figure out and prepare for his arrival so that everything is smooth for him because it will be the first time for him in Japan. And obviously, he has family in Japan, and I want everything to go as smooth as possible for him. So, and I have work on the side. And so everything has just been a lot, right? And I think one thing that has really kept me sane is talking to my family. And I talk to my family almost like every day. One of my family members, it could be my brother, my mom, my father, my little sister, or my cousin sister, and my friends. They've really been like amazing. Shout out to Omu, shout out to Hilda, like shout out to Bree. Like my friends have also been like really supportive. They really don't even know that they're being supportive and helping my mental health right now. But yeah, shout out to them. And uh, so back to my family. So I've been talking to them a lot, and every single time I talk to them, it just keeps me sane in this chaotic era or season that I am currently, right? And I was just having a conversation with my mom earlier this week, and I think it's one of those things that triggered, not really triggered, that made me think about her a lot and just be like, ma'am, did you know how much of a beautiful human being you are in my life? And obviously I'll unpack that fully when I tell you about like my plans. I'm gonna make a video where I tell you about like my graduation plans, my after grad, post grad plans, and everything. And you're going to hear like the conversation, that an actual conversation that she and I had, right? But in that conversation, I was just thinking about like, oh my God, like there's so many instances I can just talk about and show you how much of a queen my mom is, right? And to be in this era where my mom is literally, I'm saying this straight up, my mom is literally one of my best friends. She's at the top of the list, right? And for me to get here, it's actually really shocking because I never really thought that me and my mom would actually be this friends, because my mom has seen every little piece of my life. Not everything, obviously, but like of recent, my mom knows almost like everything about me. My mom has seen my heartbreaks. My mom has stayed on calls with me when I cry for a boy with me. My mom has stayed and like tried talking me into forgetting about certain boys. Like my mom has been walking with me through this journey, of adulting. Like, and I don't even think she knows how much of an impact she has, but when she watches the show, definitely hear it. But where we are right now, where I can safely call her my best friend, I never really thought or see this coming, because my relationship with my mom was always so. For starters, my mom really doesn't live with us. My mom works far away, so growing up, my mom would literally come home at the end of every month or longer holidays because of her work, right? And I always like making jokes to my friends that my parents are in a long distance marriage, which is kind of true because, well, she only comes home end of the month and everything, right? So growing up, it was just this love that I had for her where I'm just like, oh, kill weekend, she only comes end of the month. And it's like when she leaves, I would always cry and be like, even me loving her cooking, she's a really good cook. But also, I think the reason I take one of the reasons I take Hailey with me is like, well, she's never around. So when she comes home and cooks, it's just like, wow, you know, girl, you're a girl cook. But my mom is a really good cook. She has all the books and everything, right? So it was that relationship where I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to see her. And when she comes, I'm so happy. And when she has to leave, I'm crying. Every Sunday when she has to leave, I'm all in tears, you know. Oh my God, but I would really look forward to her coming. And it was just that thing where I'm looking up to this higher identity in my life. And I'm just like, wow. But I never really thought that one day she and I would actually have adult conversations and talk about men, talk about marriage, talk about, you know, my plans, talk about my goals. And she advises me, you know, and sometimes I advise her too. She gives me like an opportunity, or she's so open that even I get to tell her, mommy, man, this is wrong, you know. So I don't know. But one of the stories that I'll tell you so that this video is like a bit fun, because I feel like I'm going all over the place talking about my mom, is like one of these times I was about to date a guy for the first time in my life, a guy who is a baby daddy, a guy who has a child, right? And like I remember feeling very conflicted because I was seeing these things on the internet, you know. There was this viral video on TikTok or Instagram where they were like, something around the lines of, I I didn't I didn't avoid teenage pregnancy to be a stepmom kind of a thing. It was around the time when that video was very viral, you know. So I was kind of conflicted. I knew I loved the person, but I was really conflicted because I'm like, he has a child, a 2-year-old child. He has a child, and he was like 4 years older than me. He has a child. I don't know how I feel about this, but I know I really, really love this person, right? So I remember hopping up on a call with my mom, my bestie, and I told her, oh my God, like, yeah, he's a really nice guy. I told her everything that's like nice about this person. And I'm like, but they have a child. And I remember my mom not even, because in my head, because she's an African mom, I thought she's going to be like, no, 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 no. Una lumana. No, you know, like I feel like that's what every parent would react like, no, 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 una lumana. You know. But you know, my mom is such a queen. You know what she said? She was like, you know, she kept quiet for a moment and was like, you know, I would really be hurt if you came home and you are crying, and you're crying because a guy who loves you and also whom you truly love doesn't want to be with you because you have a child, or you had a child before marriage. And there could be many reasons why you had a child. Like maybe you were foolish and you were a young kid and you had sex in uni and had a child, or maybe you had a one night stand and you had a child, you know. But it wasn't something that you really planned, you know. And it would really be sad if you came home you're crying because someone denied you to be loved, or denied you the love that you deserve because you have a child. It would really be sad to me as your mom if you came home crying because of that. Oh my God. Like when she said that, I was like, say no more. Because what do you mean? Because what do you mean? And I remember the guy, he had a child, not because they planned a child, like something happened and they eventually had to have a child, and they made a decision not to, like, you know, abort the child, which is what everyone is doing right now. We are aborting, guys. So my mom was just like that, and I was just like, what the hell? I wouldn't have thought about that actually. But you know what? You're right. And then I remember calling the guy. I was like, you know what? I think we could try and see where this thing goes. You know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But it works out, at least I gave someone else a chance to laugh, regardless of them having a child, right? And man, and I remember when I told my friend about this thing, my friend was just like, oh my God, your mom is so right. Because I grew up being raised by a single mom. And when she couldn't when she couldn't be taken serious by the men in her life because she had me as a child, it was really hurting to see. And I was just like, damn, bro. So this whole thing of like us judging people like, oh, they have a child, whatever, whatever, it actually somehow has effect on people, you know. And it's just one of those reasons where I'm just like, my mom is just a beautiful soul. She's human before she's a mom, you know. And that's one of the reasons I really love about her. And oh, man, guys, I don't know. Today I just wanted to talk about my mom, as you can see, and there will be a lot of videos. But anyways, I think I've jibber jabbered enough about my mom, so I'm just gonna like switch the camera off and sleep, you know. Anyways, thanks guys for listening to me, jibber jabber, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, please do comment what's one thing you really love about your mom. And I don't know, guys. Today I was just reflecting and I was just emotional and thinking about the love I have for my mom, and I just had to record it. So yeah, I hope you really take this video to heart and not judge, you know. Anyways, Bye. Thank you. Ciao.